court at Municipal Park, saving about $12,000 in labor and wood prices. We removed the old playground at Foster Park, and we have the mortar and grade ready to install the new playground in the spring. So that's all ready to go. Memorial Cemetery had 23 full and 11 ash burials last year. West Stephen had 5 full burials and 7 ash burials. 23 lots were sold between the two cemeteries, and basically everything else was fixes, repairs, vandalism repairs, stuff like that. So.
Including one you did like an hour after I told you about it, so I gave you a thumbs up on that. Appreciate that.
So.
When the potted trees, and I know they're in pots, but you spade them in, or you guys those hand dug?
Oh yeah, we'll hand dig them. Well, dig them with the skid loader and auger.
Well, that's what I mean, though.
Yep, and plant them by hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what kind are they?
Autumn blaze maple I ordered this time. We'll get some different species as we keep going.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What are those running you a piece?
250, 275.
Okay.
Yeah, the trees that came down at Schaefer Park, were all those ash trees?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And
There was a couple damaged ones there with mechanical damage. We just kind of took them
yeah, I just
down.
had seen some people wondering why, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming, but
Yeah. There's a lot of them to take out yet, but
Are you grinding the stumps too? You take
yes.
those out?
Yep. We were able to purchase a stump grinder, so
I was gonna say, we better be.
we saved that money already.
You've been blessed by good weather, but it has been impressive to see how many trees and cleanup that you've done. It's amazing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's been very good weather.
Yeah.
Great winter so far. So.
yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Brad.
knock on
Thank you,
wood.
Brad.
Oh, we could do some ice.
Scott?
Hi,
there you go.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Scott Knight with the Street Department. Welcome, Brad, to the council.
Thank you.
Not gonna read through everything. Brad touched up on some stuff, like the classes we attended, but trees taken down. We did have 28 trees that were taken down because they were either dead, diseased, or storm damage. I know Brad, his guys got started on the ash trees a little bit sooner than we did, so we only helped him with a little over 100. And then while Highway 3 was in detour, we did some trimming out there on Highway 3 around the curves and stuff. Normally we have the people do it, but being on main highway, we did it ourselves. Alleys, we go through and we grade the alleys with this new grader we got. We try to hit it twice a year now. We're staying up on that. Added rock when needed. I did go through too and gave Luke a list of 40 properties that needed to have stuff trimmed back out of the right of ways. That was getting pretty crowded in there and everything. So it got kind of late in the year, so we got a few people we have to go back to in the spring and make sure. There's a few that didn't get some stuff done. But the grass and twig site, just the street guys, we put in about 192 hours of watching that on Saturdays and Sundays, and it's been going really good. Because our guys don't put up with anything out there. You know, we got people that are trying to sneak stuff in, we're catching them, and I think it's being paid attention to a lot more.
I was gonna say how impressed I am with how well you keep it
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah, we've had a lot of compliments we
Yeah.
have on it and stuff, so it's been going pretty good.
Good.
Is that
where you took your
is that
boxes?
closed the middle of January? Does that close for a couple months?
Well, I mean, it's closed at the end of November. Well, you know, it just depends. We usually go through November if the weather's good, and then at November 30th we're done. But the contractors that pay their yearly dues can use it up till January 1st, but like now they have to repay for next year. Otherwise, we lock all their codes out.
Okay, gotcha.
So that was probably one of the best things we did, is put an automatic gate in there without a key. You know, we got cameras out there too, so they all have to pay. They get a code.
Right.
And that money that we're bringing in kind of pays for the money to compost that grass and you know, we spend about $10,000 a year to grind that and have coal blacks haul that out. So,
Okay.
so the money we spend out there is being paid by the contractors that pay their fee every year.
Is it safe to say that when we do have these storms, these trees come down and stuff, that we will periodically open it up in those situations.
Usually, yeah, and I'll get better with Jessica, have it put on Facebook and try to get it on Clem or whatever. But I would say anytime we have storm damage or anything like that, we will keep that open.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
so yes, it will pretty much be open.
I know-
It will not be manned, but it will be open.
Right, right, okay, well,
Yeah.
that's good, that's good.
Yep. And then we hauled 146 loads of trees up to the burn hole, when Dave gives us the okay to burn. But I talked to Cole back, and it sounds like he wants all the trees there. For a while, he was having a hard time grinding, and he would haul to the ethanol plant up at Poets up in South Dakota. Well, it's kind of on and off, but I just talked to him, so I'm hoping, because we just hauled a bunch of trees out there. So he's supposed to be coming out and grinding the all that compost up and getting that, and then he wants all those trees this year. So if he doesn't, then we're gonna have to continue to haul when we get some snow on the ground and get that all burned. There's a lot of trees out there, so.
Is there any concern with the emerald ash borer, what we're grinding, what we're burning, and
No.
what's in the, just is what it is?
It is what it is. They know, but yeah, there's nothing. The ethanol plants will take it because they burn it for fuel up there and stuff, but yeah, there's nobody, even for grind for, like Colbacks, they sell it, to people, they color it and stuff like that too, but I've never heard anything, so.
For landscape.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the emerald ash borer dies off, or if they have to, I suppose it has to be a living tree,
I think
so.
it's been accepted that there's almost no way to stop it. so.
Yeah. Street repairs, we did about 100,000 less than we did last year. That's just spots that were bad. We're at about 410 this year. We were at 500 last year. We did about $76,000 worth of crack sealing. We hired Seal with Neil. That was about 152,000 feet of crack sealing. And then we removed that business 75 turn lane out there in the traffic signals, which I think, hopefully so far, it's been a good deal. We haven't had anybody even hit that cement barrier, yeah. And then we got the new railroad pads installed on the spur on 18th Street, and then we had that we poured that new approach going up to there too, and that's been a lot better. Potholes, year 2021 we did about 1,700. 2022 we did 750. This year we did 3,570 potholes. For some reason, it was a bad year. Street signs, we added 22 new divided street signs on A Street. We added 4 new no parking, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. downtown, 3 new handicap parking signs downtown. And then there was 18 street signs that we had to repair or something because they're hit, rotten wood, poles, or they were just faded. Snow hours, this last year we did 587 regular hours compared to 136 hours in 2022. We had 256 hours of overtime last year compared to 127 hours in 2022. So there was quite a difference last year compared to the year before. And then street painting, we tried to get all the crosswalk handicap parking stalls with symbols and all the center lines and bike path done. We did not get any of the any downtown parking areas done or any of that private, like behind City Hall here, so we'll get that this year. Storm sewer, we added some 120 foot of 12-inch ADS drainage pipe out by the Public Works Storage Building. We do monthly maintenance on cleaning all the storm drains and tiles, detention basins. We check that monthly and clean and do whatever we have to do with that. We had Cherokee Rehab clean 400 foot of storm sewer pipe over here by the railroad when they put the median in. We did 3,600 feet of drain tile that runs through just different areas that drains the water. And then we had 15 storm sewer intakes that were old brick that we had to rebuild that were in the streets. And then I ain't gonna read through all the miscellaneous. Thank you for letting us build our building out there. Give the street guys and the park guys, we put a lot of time, and it took us all summer to get it built, but we got her done just before winter and got heat put in it, so. And then, yeah, the equipment purchases, we did get a new street sweeper. It came a little late this year, just like everything else. The 2010 Isuzu truck, that's being converted right now. We're working on that. That'll be our new traffic painting truck. We'll put the paint equipment on that. We did get the stump grinder, which we'll be using. We probably won't start till spring with that, just because the ground, not that the ground's froze, it'll cut through that, it's just that we can't clean up because we can't get, it's just with the grapple truck and stuff, so. And then we did get that grapple truck that's been being used quite a bit with all
That
these
worked
trees.
okay?
Yeah, works great, guys like it, so.
Good deal.
Any questions?
Pretty impressive, I think, both departments, the amount of, you know, the amount of work that you do, but I think also your willingness to help with sort of special requests that you get from time to time, so I appreciate the effort that you guys put in.
Yeah, you bet, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
Yep.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.